Hi everybody, this is Chuck Hughes, and welcome to the third Wealth Creation Alliance training video recorded at my home in Monterey, California. Before we begin, I'd like to encourage you to go back and watch the first two videos if you haven't seen them yet. Don't do it right now, but after you watch this video, follow the links on this web page and check out videos 1 and 2 because they contain a tremendous amount of valuable information that can help you earn greater profits and achieve a higher percentage of winning trades starting immediately. In this third video, I'm going to show you a simple way to precision time your entry into the market, how to exit with higher profits, and how you can use options to boost returns. So we have a lot to cover in this third video, but before we start, let's take a quick review of the first two videos. In the first two videos, I demonstrated Prime Trade Select Steps 1 and 2 in complete detail, and you learned that Steps 1 and 2, backtested as a standalone system without the aid of any other strategies or timing devices whatsoever, produced over 94% winning trades, showed an average annual return of 608% with compounding, and earned profits of over $608,000 starting with a $10,000 account, which proves the powerful springboard to higher profits Prime Trade Select really is, and that's just the beginning. Then we saw how Prime Trade Select, combined with other profit-boosting strategies, produced over $6.4 million in live trading profits over the past 12 years. I stress the word live because it's important to remember that there is nothing hypothetical about these results. This isn't about what might happen, this is what did happen and what is continuing to happen. What's more, Prime Trade Select produced this $6.4 million of profits during the lost decade for stock investors, when after 10 years of a gut-wrenching roller coaster, the market had gone essentially nowhere. A decade in which the buy and hold investing strategy failed to produce a reasonable return. And worse yet, it was a decade when fear, greed, and desperation had most investors losing sizable portions of their precious nest egg. But most important of all, you learned that Prime Trade Select, the secret weapon revealed in this three-part training series, is what enabled me to start out with a $4,600 trading account and realize over $460,000 in profits my first 2 years of trading. Think about that for a minute. I didn't just double or triple or even quadruple my account. I multiplied my entire trading account many times over in just 24 months. And why is that important to you? It's important to you because that means you could potentially follow the same three-step process and turn a small amount of money into a considerable fortune in a very short period of time. Maybe not on your own, but as a member of the Wealth Creation Alliance. Why not? The unique nature of the Wealth Creation Alliance has empowered its members to enjoy success beyond their wildest dreams. For example, Helen, a stay-at-home mother of 6, was flabbergasted when she made $120,000 in less than 6 months. And she's not the only winning options trader. Peter in California made $548,000 in 22 months. Another Californian turned $25,000 into $601,000 in 6 weeks. And a trader from Washington who started with $36,000 has made a whopping $1.3 million so far. The list goes on and on. In the same way as I am with my kids, I feel so proud of each and every WCA member. I never grow tired of telling their stories. But I know you're anxious to learn the final step to Prime Trade Select, so member stories will have to wait till later. Right now, let's get back to where it all begins, with Prime Trade Select. In Step 1 of Prime Trade Select, we turn simple price charts available for free on the internet into powerful profit-seeking weapons, and you learn how to follow the money to higher profits. In Step 2 of Prime Trade Select, you discovered 4 different indicators to measure buying pressure, confirm the price trend strength, and locate a strong tailwind to boost your returns. Now in step 3, you'll learn how to select an optimum trade entry point using the Keltner channels. Now the Keltner channels act as an overbought, oversold indicator. I'm displaying a daily price chart for Apple stock along with the 3 Keltner channels. This is the daily price movement here of Apple stock, and we can see that there's an upper channel, the middle channel, which is the dotted line, and a lower channel. And normally when a stock starts trading up towards the upper channel, it's getting overbought, and it'll retrace back to the middle channel or even the lower channel. Here's another example of stocks getting overbought, retraces back towards the middle channel. Here's another example of the stock becoming overbought and then retracing back down to the lower channel. And then, of course, when the stock is trading near the lower channel, it's becoming oversold, and then it'll usually retrace back to this middle or upper channel. Here's another example. The stock is starting to get oversold, retraces back up to the middle channel and then the upper channel. So this is a great way to time your entries. Now when we're using the Keltner channels to help us time our entry and exit points, you want to buy a stock when the price of the stock drops near the lower channel. That's an indication that the stock is being oversold. This is a price chart for U.S. Steel, and we can see the price of the stock drop below the lower channel. Stock's getting very oversold, and it rallies back up. Oversold, rallies back up. Oversold, rallies back up. Oversold, rallies back up. And when the stock starts trading near the upper channel, the odds are it's going to retrace back because it's getting very overbought whenever it's trading up near this upper channel or even above the upper channel. So we don't want to buy if the stock is trading up near this upper channel. You can see here got overbought and then sold off, overbought, sold off, overbought, sold off, and again overbought, sold off. So the Keltner channels are an excellent tool to help you enter and exit your trades. Now I'm displaying one more price chart for Apple stock with the 3 Keltner channels, and up above here I'm listing my brokerage account transactions showing purchases of Apple stock. It shows the date, the number of shares I purchased, and my purchase price. And then what I did was I circled in the price chart these dates that I purchased Apple stock. And you can see I purchased the stock when it was trading down near the middle channel or lower channel. And you can see by using the Keltner channels, it allowed me to enter Apple stock at a low risk entry point because the stock really didn't retrace very much from my entry point. So I purchased these 1,300 shares of Apple stock around the $200 price level, and with Apple trading over $600 now, I have a nice profit on these shares of stock. So let's recap the 3-step Prime Trade Select buy signal for Apple, which led to me purchasing shares in Apple stock. We can see that Apple stock is in a price uptrend with the 50-day EMA line above the 100-day EMA, and this price uptrend was confirmed by Apple making a series of new 52-week highs, and it was also confirmed by an upsloping on-balance volume line. So the third step of the process is to use the Keltner channels to find a good entry point, and I purchased Apple stock when the stock was trading near the middle to lower channel, and that set up a low risk entry for me to purchase Apple stock. and I have a nice profit in this trade now. Now let's talk about how you can use the power of leverage to supercharge your returns, because as fellow WCA members Bob and Myra will tell you, options is where it's at. As a side note, I have personally met Bob and Myra several times, and they attended the WCA reunion in Monterey, California, where we were able to talk for hours about our favorite investing strategies. Which brings up another good point. One of the great things about the Wealth Creation Alliance is that I learn a lot from fellow WCA members, whether we meet personally or correspond by email, and I get a lot of my best ideas from fellow members. So Bob and Myra live on the Mississippi coast, about 20 miles west of Biloxi, and they find trading to be an exciting pastime, and it's something they can do together. Myra is a retired postal clerk, and she's about as sweet and southern as can be, while Bob is a fellow military aviator with 4 years in the Marine Corps, followed by many years as an Army helicopter pilot. Bob finally retired as a horizontal driller for an oil company. Bob and Myra didn't have very much money to start out with, and they certainly didn't come from a financial background, yet Bob is bound and determined to win the same international trading competition I've won 7 times, but I'll let him tell you about it.
We don't like buying stocks. If something happens and the stock goes down, you're just stuck with it.
Some people think options are risky, but that's not really the case, especially if you use Chuck's calculators. It's like the what-if programs I used as a directional driller. Oil companies have a lot of money at stake. They don't follow hunches. Chuck's calculators serve the same purpose. Instead of guessing, they indicate what to expect under various conditions, giving you a bit of certainty before entering the trade. Some of the members we've talked to just take Chuck's trade recommendations and don't even look at the calculators.
They're doing well, though.
Yes, they're doing well, but I'm trying to get where I can find my own trades and make at least 200% a year. I can already make 100% or so. We've been doing that for the past 3 or 4 years, but my goal is to make 200% or 300%. We only invest about 5% of our account in any one trade, so we need to win big and win often to compete with the trading master.
Bob wants to be a champion trader like Chuck.
Well, no one expects to compete with Chuck's 7-win record, but I'd like to win at least once. Finding the trades is easy, but to make a good options trader, you've got to develop the fingertip feel. That's what I'm working on now. Chuck's done all the groundwork and he gives you all the tools. There's nothing left to do but internalize what's happening and follow through with action.
Chuck's always been so helpful, too. Anytime we've had a question, we can email and Chuck answers back usually within 1 day. It's nice you can get a response from Chuck directly. You know you're getting the right answer. It's all very personal and makes you feel special.
Before becoming an Army pilot, I was a Marine parachute rigger, responsible for airdropping personnel and equipment. And then I would jump in and recover our equipment. Our motto was, I will be sure always, and that's how I feel now. I feel sure that with the members only guides, the online calculators, and the other WCA assets available to us, I won't embarrass myself entering the trading competition next year. And I think we might just win.
Good luck in the competition there, Bob. I think Bob is right. When you join the Wealth Creation Alliance, you get all the education, tools, and support you could possibly want or need to win. You get 6 proprietary option calculators that calculate the profit-loss potential for an option trade before you even take the trade. Let's take a look at one of the calculators for option spreads that I use to determine the profit-loss potential for an Apple option spread trade I took. My brokerage confirmations show that I purchased the Apple 345 strike call at 28.17 and I sold the Apple 375 strike call at 24.55, and this created an option spread with a cost of $362, which is the maximum risk for this trade. Let's take a look at the option spread calculator that I used before I took this Apple spread option trade. And with the option calculators, you can type in the current stock price and also the strike prices of the option and the premium paid for the option. And you input that, click calculate, and then the option spread calculator will calculate the profit loss potential for this trade, assuming various price changes in Apple stock at option expiration, from a 20% increase in the stock to 478 to a 10% decline in the stock to 358. And based on these changes of the price in Apple stock at option expiration, the calculator will calculate the return potential. And we can see that if the stock increases at all at option expiration, the return potential for the spread trade is 728%. And if Apple stock stays flat at 398, the return potential is still 728%. So not many investments out there that will return 728% if the stock remains flat. And if Apple stock declines in price 10%, this spread trade still has the potential to deliver a 281% return. Again, there's not many investments out there that will produce a positive return if the underlying stock declines in price. So I like to use these calculators before taking option trades, and they let me know what the return potential is for that trade before I even take the trade. Wealth Creation Alliance members get to use the same strategies and calculators that I use to produce an average monthly return of 41.7% that you see here. Plus, you get bi-weekly tell-all videos to help keep you informed and motivated. And you get specific trade recommendations you can just call into your broker. Nothing is held back and nothing is left to the imagination. So if you want to trade and you want to win, you really should join the one and only Wealth Creation Alliance. But don't take my word for it. Listen to this.
I knew I had to start investing, but was unsure how to go about it. Everything out there seemed complicated and confusing. Then a friend introduced me to your strategies. The strategies are easy to use, and best of all, they really work. Just look at my portfolio statement. All 13 of the trades are winners. I originally started with $16,300, and now my account has grown to more than $62,000. I currently have $35,225 in profit and an average return of 127% over the past 5 weeks. Not bad for a beginner. Thanks to you, Chuck, I'm on my way.
In a minute, I'll tell you about 4 powerhouse strategies that have empowered WCA members like Ann to go from beginner to successful trader in a very short period of time. By now, you're probably excited to get started, and you know enrollment to the Wealth Creation Alliance isn't available quite yet. But here's how to join. First, I want to stress that when I open enrollment, I'll be putting a strict limit on the number of new members, and enrollment will only be open for a limited time. I'm doing this so I can give you the full attention you deserve as a new member. Even though I have a full-time support staff of experienced traders to help with new members, I don't want any of us to get overextended. So once I think we are reaching capacity, I'll close the sales window. It's that simple. Now, the open enrollment date for Wealth Creation Alliance will be announced soon, but if you have any interest in what you've seen, you want to make sure you've signed up to win a free membership before then, because the free membership drawing will occur before enrollment opens, and everyone who has entered to win a free membership will not only be notified in advance as to who the winner is, but will also be sent a special priority enrollment link, which will be activated before the general public gets a chance to join. So even if you're not the winner, this will assure you of an opportunity to enroll. Entering into the drawing for a free membership is your one and only way to get an unfair advantage over everybody else. So I encourage you to enter your best email address below, get a chance to win a free membership, and improve your chances of getting in once enrollment is opened. Not only that, but just for entering, you'll receive Extra Money Made Easy, an eye-opening report that explains how easy it can be to sell option premium and collect a steady stream of cash under any market conditions. This is really valuable information, so be sure to follow the link below and get your report. Now let me tell you a little bit about the 4 core WCA trading programs. First, we have a strategy I've been using for over 10 years with great success. And that's because there are always tremendous global opportunities on both the long and the short side of the market if you know where to look. Using this first WCA strategy to trade off-the-radar ETFs, I made over $1,023,000 in actual profits in just 26 days. The WCA Members Only Guide reveals everything you need to exploit rare opportunities the world over, all from one U.S. broker account. Win on better than 8 out of 10 trades. Transform even a small retirement account into a huge money machine, and potentially turn $5,000 into a life-changing $4,672,000 as this strategy has done. Or make a $30,000 profit in a single day like Dr. Jack.
I guess you could call trading a hobby for me, because I do enjoy doing it. But it is also a job because it provides an income source. So it's a job that I enjoy doing, and it can be very exciting. I've been involved with Chuck for about 7 months, I guess, and my account is already up 50%. I remember my first option trade, it was the most amazing thing. I bought 30 contracts and the next day the stock went up $10. I made nearly $30,000 profit in just one day. And that's after paying the brokers.
The next strategy in the WCA Members Only Bag of Tricks is an automatic investment program that you can learn in a single afternoon and repeat over and over again to generate essentially perpetual income. It's simple, it's scientific, and it has produced 93% winning trades. And I personally collected over $5.7 million in actual gross income using this strategy. Armed with this foolproof WCA income program, you truly can generate a solid cash income, even if you're starting with next to nothing. Let's hear what Steve has to say about the second WCA strategy.
You have your rules of the trade and you just follow them. It's time to get out, you get out. And if you should stay in and keep going, then you do that. I remember a Google trade that I had 2 contracts in, and it was mixed in with some others that were all doing really well too. My entire account went up 25 to 30% in just a few weeks.
Our third WCA strategy is designed to turn gut-wrenching market swings into exciting, stress-free profits. Do the math and you'll see that this is one of the most trader-friendly strategies ever devised. And best of all, opportunities occur several times each week. I personally have averaged as much as $39,000 in profits per day using this strategy. And Eric says it's definitely his favorite go-to strategy for volatile markets.
This past spring, because of the volatility in the market, I switched to his WCA spread trading strategy, and it racked up huge profits. My net gain was $12,000 for March, and in April I made another $10,000. In a very volatile, and for the most part down market, that was just great. These methods are very simple. They're easy to execute, and they work. Even a brand new trader should do well. Chuck's strategies aren't based on some complicated algorithm. They're based on what works.
And last but not least, we have one of the first strategies I ever developed, and it remains a favorite to this day. If you like to gamble, this multifaceted program is not for you, because with all the checks and balances, you can literally put the odds a staggering 98% in your favor. In 13 months, I made 84 trades and only experienced one small loss, earning a total of over $296,000 in profits. You see, there are well-kept secrets in the financial markets. that only a handful of professional insiders know about. And I pretty much kept these secrets to myself too, except of course for my good friends in the Wealth Creation Alliance, like Don T.
I trade from 7:30 to 9 every morning, and I've had very good success. Then I spend the rest of the day doing whatever I like, such as hiking in the mountains. And we do like to do some traveling too. It's a good life. I'm in terrific health, but I'm 68 years old now, and my wife is much younger. She'll need a solid income long after I'm gone, and we have 4 granddaughters we want to put through college also. Chuck is a man I feel I could trust with my family's financial future. I use his methods now, and when I'm done trading for myself, he's the one I want to do the trading for me and my family.
But first, I want to be very clear about an important point. You cannot join the Wealth Creation Alliance today. A limited WCA enrollment period is coming soon, and before it gets here, I'll fill you in on all the details, but you can't join today. There is one thing you can do right now, though. You can follow the link below this video screen and enter into the drawing for a free WCA membership. And when you do, you'll become an instant winner. Because just for entering, you'll receive extra money made easy, an eye-opening report that explains how easy it can be to sell option premium and collect a steady stream of cash under any market conditions. In the past 3 years alone, I collected over $5.7 million in actual cash income from selling option premium, and this 48-page report explains exactly how I did it, and more important, it shows how you can do it too. This is really valuable information, so be sure to follow the link below and get your report. Okay, that about wraps it up for this video. Be sure to watch your email for more information on the open enrollment date for the Wealth Creation Alliance. And don't forget to sign up to win a free membership now before you leave this website. This is Chuck Hughes, wishing you the best in investing success.